Warning! The following episode of Orsini's Uncensored Mind contains explicit language and adult content. The thoughts and opinions stated on this show are reflective of A.J. Orsini, the Steve Dave, and their guest exclusively. Seriously, guys, my dada and uncle say some pretty crazy stuff. If it offends you, go be butthurt somewhere else.
Welcome to Orsini's Uncensored Minds, and now your host, AJ Orsini with Dave.
Hello, everybody out there. It's your boy AJ Orsini once again rolling with my right hand man, Deceive Dave. He is with us. We're here for episode 336, and it's been a long time, despite it not being a long time at all, because we have been releasing video after video after video, despite not being in front of this camera in 2 weeks. We were off doing the family gig. We were off doing the family gimmick. We're out here doing the Christmas deal, getting things in order. So now it is update time.
Yeah.
Good news, bad news. So here's the deal. We recorded a ton of shit ahead of time so that it wouldn't interrupt A, with the holiday season, and also B, I was supposed to be headed to Puerto Rico to handle some family business. And unfortunately, due to an error on somebody's account, we were not able to go. I still have not gone to Puerto Rico. We have not left yet because there was some paperwork that needed to be taken care of, which we thought was taken care of. It was not taken care of. Long story, different platform to have that discussion. But we haven't gone yet. So what's going to end up happening now is I'm recording today. And then next week, we're going to have to figure something out because I won't be available to record in the normal time. By this time next week, I will be on a plane finally. And then I'm going to be in Puerto Rico for about more like 4 or 5 days. So we might be skipping a week. I might be able to post something. I don't know yet. It's up in the air. So we did all that recording and had all that stuff ahead of time. And it was wonderful to have it all ahead of time and have it all scheduled and stuff. But it was all for naught because I'm still here. We haven't left yet. So enjoy the time now, folks. I don't know what's going to happen next week. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I don't know. I have to have the conversation. I don't know if it's going to be in bad taste to be recording while I'm down there. I don't know. Things are going to be up in the goddamn air. But yeah. So Dave, what's up? What's going on?
That's how we're introing. Yeah. What's up?
What's up? You did the Christmas gimmick. It was your son's. It was your son's first Christmas.
Yeah, if you call it that. I mean, he slept 95% of the day.
Yeah. He slept most of the day. Does that mean he was up all night?
Absolutely. That's how it works, right?
No.
For us, anyway.
No. Y'all supposed to reverse that shit.
No.
I think it's
how it works for
all
us,
day so he can sleep all night. That's how
unfortunately.
that's supposed to go.
I don't have to tell you this, but like the way to reverse it is like to make sure that he gets sleep during the day, but you also like make sure that he's up for feedings, but like she always feels guilty about that, so she'll just feed him when he wakes up. And because of that,
there it is.
Like, yeah, it's just kind of like whenever, and because he's not on that like rotation thing, that like usually nighttime is when he wants to fuck. It's probably the same thing as daytime. Well, not entirely because he's already rested so much that he's up a little bit more at night. But when you're tired, an hour or 2 hours of him sleeping and then waking you up feels like it was 10 minutes, and it just feels like the night is short, like longer because of that shit. So yeah, pretty much he sleeps during the day and he like fucks off around nighttime. So
fucks off around nighttime. I had a very simple plan. He wakes up in the morning, right somewhere around noon or 1. He put his ass down for a nap. If he doesn't nap, that's on you, brother, because you up for that's your time slot. Sleep if you can. If not, you up all fucking day. And then he gets all cranky and bitchy towards the end of the I slap that bald head. You better wake your punk ass up. That's why I used to hate taking drives at certain times of the day, because in the drives,
yeah,
we're driving somewhere
like
around, if we drive somewhere like 5-6 o'clock at p.m., he starts hitting that snooze button. I'm like, you better wake your bitch ass up. You better not go to sleep. God damn it. Not right now. I was so ingrained in that routine that it completely fucks with me today. If I start to see his ass nod like this around 4 o'clock, you better. Oh wait, you could actually sleep now. Never mind. He's like, I got to back off a little bit. But yeah, mine. He stopped napping like around 3, so it became easier to train him to just stay awake because he didn't need naps anymore. When they sent his ass,
she don't sleep. She doesn't nap no more. So that sounds
Sam,
all right.
Yeah. See, when we sent him the pre-K, they used to have nap time. They used to call us all the time. He won't sleep. Yeah, no shit, nigga. I know. What you telling me for? I know. Give his ass something to do then. Put his ass to work. He don't want to sleep. He got to work. Go ahead. They can clean up all the books. Let him put all the supplies back. Whatever. He don't want to work. He'll go to sleep. Watch. Work his ass to death. So much to talk about here. So much to deliberate on. We can go ahead and jump right into what exactly it is. The specifics of what that really means. What are we talking about here today?
Hey, what's going to be on the show today?
What's going to be? I'm trying so hard to put energy into this, but I'm just so goddamn tired right now. I'm so goddamn tired. There's so much fucking going on in this house that is driving me up a goddamn wall. The fact that I'm even recording right now is a miracle of goddamn God. And I don't even believe in that sort of thing, but it's got to be from somewhere because I don't know what's happening. But as far as the show goes, let's talk about that. Dave sparked an amazing idea, so we're going to be doing that. We're representing. As a matter of fact, I'm representing right now a little nifty right here. A little Hazbin Hotel conversation today. We're going to talk about the show Hazbin Hotel, its connection to Hell of a Boss, the Helliverse, Vivian I always get that name wrong. Medrano, the whole shebang. We're talking about this whole thing because this is it's still weird to me that this is as niche as it is. It's not niche. It's completely fucking awesome, and everybody should be paying attention to this, and we'll explain why as we move a little bit forward. We're also going to be talking just an incy-wincy bit about Dave Chappelle's surprise stand-up performance. It's labeled as The Unstoppable. Dave Chappelle, The Unstoppable. But if I'm not mistaken, on stage, it was the Unstoppable Nigger Act that he put on the actual stage there. Hard R. That wasn't my decision. I wasn't part of the production team. But Netflix isn't going to put that on the marquee, so Unstoppable it is. It was the Unstoppable performance from Dave Chappelle. Also, being as though it is we're also talking about William Regal's comments recently. He doesn't tweet very often. When the man tweets, he tweets. And he didn't tweet it all over the goddamn place just a few days ago. Many people have had their comments. Many people have had their opinions. I'll share mine, and Dave will share his when it comes to neck injuries and performing safely in the ring. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but let's go ahead and take back to this bitch one last time, because this is the last time that I'm going to have this conversation on this show. But I felt it nice to bring it up since William Regal did. Let's go ahead and hop on that bandwagon. It's also the end of 2025 when this airs. It will be New Year's Eve. We'll be bye to 2025, which for me was a tremendous year up until the goddamn end. It's been a tremendous year. So we're going to go through some of wrestling's, or should I say WWE's more specifically. I tried to do wrestling because a few years ago I did a wrestling top whatever for the year. I think it was called Best of 2017 or 2018 or some shit. I tried to do moments from all of wrestling, and it took the whole 2 hours. And I didn't want to dedicate a whole 2 hours to this one thing. So we're just doing WWE, top 25 WWE moments of the year. They won't take long to do. The top 10 might require a little bit more discussion because some of these moments, while cute, I don't necessarily agree they're that great. We got the list from a specific place. So we'll go through all that and explain that more when we get to the last segment. But that segment ends perfectly, segueing into our main event today. We said we would take a minute. I just dropped my flash drive all onto the floor. I have no idea where it is. So my evening just got more interesting. We said we'd take a minute to sit down, go through it, talk about it. We're going to do that today. We're going to do it with zero bias in mind. And that's the John Cena farewell tour. This will be our definitive clip right here, where we stand on it. Let's go ahead and get it all out, and we'll explain how exactly we're going to go through it. And when we get to our main event, we'll get into the specifics of it. But for right now, let's just dive right in.
Dave, it's time to start the show. Let's begin with segment 1.
Segment 1 begins with our love, our mutual love of him giggling his ass off. Is it the British accent again?
No, it's just everything that just happened.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. But this is our friend here. Wanted to pull this up so that everyone can have a visual of what it is that we're talking about here. We're talking about Hazbin Hotel exclusively, unless you have a YouTube subscription. It is on Amazon Prime, of course. The original artist, the creator of the whole thing, Vivian Madrano, she is on, I had it up. She's on YouTube. She was a YouTube, I don't say YouTuber, but she's in animations. My mind is all over the place today.
Focus.
She's an animator who began her journey on YouTube trying to get the name out there, and she did a hell of a job. She sold herself beautifully to some of the biggest television markets, and she wound up on Amazon Prime. And she has not one, but 2 successful shows on Amazon Prime. She's got Hazbin Hotel, and she has Hell of a Boss. Me and my wife had already done something with Hell of a Boss on the show here before, but Dave jumped on the Hazbin Hotel bandwagon. He said him and the wife
Kicking and screaming.
The wife was kicking and screaming?
No, no. She's been on it the same exact time frame you've been on it. I'm just getting on it like
a
month ago.
Well, let's start there. What finally made you cave and watch it?
I got beat to the ground with the songs. That's all it was. Let's recap this first, because it was a random ass episode. It wasn't 2 years ago. I feel like it was 2 years ago, because I felt like we talked about this when we were going to Mania. Like it was before Mania we were talking about this, and you were bringing up shows that you were interested in. I even kind of completely forget what the episode was, but you brought up this show, and you went on a whole thing about kind of like explaining what it was, like the whole plot behind it between heaven and hell and all that stuff. And I'm like, that sounds kind of cool, I guess, like whatever. And when that episode was over, I went to the living room and I'm like, hey, let's talk about this musical show. She's like, musical, huh? And I'm like, yeah, it's about like the Bible or something. So like, you might not like it, right? So she was like, okay, like what's it called? So I was like, I think it's like something hotel I don't know, some shit. I don't fucking remember. That shit went in my brain. I went right the fuck out. She's like, okay, whatever. So a little bit of time goes by, and I guess she was bored, so she remembered the musical thing, looked into it, and it was over. The moment she saw the first scene, it was a fucking wrap. She was like, wait a minute. You explained this really incorrectly. Like, you did not sell this at all. I was like, well, no, because like
now when you said it's about the Bible or something, I was like, no, please don't.
Yeah. I was like, she was like, you did not sell this shit at all. So I was like, and I remember her watching. I remember distinctively, I think it was the first episode of the pilot. I know there's a difference between the two, but I was watching one and I'm like, they curse so much in this. Like, I'm not even like a prude person like that, but to me, like when there's so much like a lot of swearing in such like quick succession, to me, it's just like, all right, you're trying too hard. Like this is just, I don't know.
No, it's
I was like,
speaking to me personally.
it was cool. Like I heard it, I think I forget what it's called. Is it Welcome Home? Like the first song
Yes.
that they had on there. I'm like, all right, that's kind of dope. But me, when it comes to music, when I hear things for the first time, very rarely am I like, I really like that. I'll hear it once and I'm like, ah, it's cool, and then I move on. But if for whatever reason I get that shit on loop, and I'll start to like if I do like the song, I will start to like it. So because she was over time, when this first season ended, she would be playing the songs and stuff like in the car. Like it's constantly being played. And next thing you know, I'm at work singing that damn song to myself, and I'm like, fuck. It literally took me up until last month when the new season came out and Gravity came out. That one was good, and it's gotten better over same thing. Like, oh, that's a good song. And now, like, I just appreciate every sound effect in the song, the way the animation works, the way that, like, all of it, it's just fire. And it's one of the very few that doesn't have, like, I don't think it has any swearing in the song at all, if I'm not mistaken. If it does have swearing, I think it's very few. I don't think there's any curse words in that one at all. And that's the one, like, she started to play out loud more with the baby around. And now my daughter's favorite song is Gravity. Like she'll be in the room without it even being on. It's not even on. Like something else is on there. She's jumping on the bed, singing the words to the song and everything. So, I'm like, all right. So and then up until like last month, and I'm like, all right, you know what? Start it from episode 1. I'll watch it. Fine, fuck it. Like, I know all the songs at this point. Now I just want to know what the hell they're singing about. And I don't know, something about getting attached to the characters through the songs made me appreciate the show more. So I kind of like did it in reverse, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like one of my favorite fucking shows like of all time right now. This shit is absolutely fire. It's so good. Character development is good.
I love the way you finally put it. It was like one of my favorite fucking shows.
You know what? And I'm glad you pointed that out because I'll end my initial stint on this to end with it works here. Like the whole gimmick of it. Like at first, I'm like, damn, that's a lot of swearing, and then over time, the swearing just kind of started to blend. Like I'm like it's just a part of that character to where it's like I don't really even notice it anymore. Like it just became normal dialogue. So they just, I don't know, it just fits in this universe so well. So yeah, this shit, it's just too good. It's too
not
good.
To get off on a separate tangent, but that's the way that I always felt about curse words in the first place. I never understood. To this day, I still don't get why it's such a bad thing to use curse words. I understand that it offends people. I just don't understand why it offends people. It's like when we had Alex for the first time. It was for the first time. We only had him once, trust me. And when she was pregnant, she would tell me, she was like, listen, we got to tone down the language. And I was like, I mean, I'll try, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. 10 years later, we found out not possible.
Yeah, we're working in reverse over here.
He's gonna do. I'm gonna do it regardless. But the beautiful part about my particular son is he understands time and place. I curse all the time. I've never heard him curse ever once. I have a feeling that he does. He just doesn't do it in the house. And I don't. If that's what it is, it is. Because I hear his friends. I know his friends are cursing. So I know he's cursing. He's just not doing it in front of me, and that's fine because that means he understands time and place. Respect. And that's all I need to know is that he knows time and place. He knows where to do it and where not to do it. And taking it back to the Hazbin Hotel, the cursing is what drew me in because in the trailer for it, or at least because before it came out, they advertised. You know, they put trailers out, and teasers and feelers and all kind of stuff. And you guys know I'm all over that stuff. And so the first time I saw a commercial or a trailer or anything for it, I see the cartoon and then I just hear all the language, and I went, I'm in. I don't know where I gotta find this, but I gotta find this. And my wife was a little on the apprehensive side because she was just like, "Hey, cartoon." But then, like you said, like as soon as that first episode starts, you're like, "Okay, no, I'm in. I just gotta let's just figure out where this
I
goes."
was fucking out. I was like, I'm done with this. This is nah.
So really quickly, just to give people an idea of what we're talking about, it has been HAZ, like I showed you in the picture, BIN Hotel. The synopsis for it on IMDb: in an attempt to find a non-violent alternative for reducing hell's overpopulation, the daughter of Lucifer opens a rehabilitation hotel that offers a group of misfit demons and a chance at redemption. That is actually the crux of the actual story, in spite of the fact that it deals with Lucifer and heaven and hell and all of that stuff that you would gather would be more in the religious realm. It's not really a religious show. It's almost like these individuals are characters that you familiarize yourself with that topic. But the real arc of this show, and now that you've seen 2 seasons, you let me know how you feel. I feel is the redemption aspect, the aspect of someone who made mistakes, someone who did the wrong thing, who is now looking to make those wrongs right and making an attempt at trying to redeem themselves. Some of them are actively trying, some of them don't feel that they should even bother trying because they've done so many bad things, it's impossible for them to be redeemed. There's a mixture of different types of characters in there.
People who don't want that's not on their mind at all. They actually
Yeah.
want,
Yeah,
power.
there's some people that who are on the show who are perfectly fine being in hell as it is.
Oh, they desire it. They want it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's many facets to the whole thing. I'm wearing my favorite character. This was a Christmas gift. This is Nifty. She's the maid of the hotel, and she's a pistol. She's a little firecracker, this Nifty. Stabby, stab. She does amazing things in short amount of time. But the main character of the show, Charlie Morningstar, daughter of Lucifer, daughter of another character that you won't see on the show except one time at an end credit, but you'll hear a bunch of times, Lilith. I can't wait to see what happens with her in season 3. I thought for sure we were going to get that in season 2. They built it like she was going to show up, and then she didn't. They figured it out. But season 3's got to be the time. But there's a hell, there's a heaven, there's angels in heaven, there's obviously demons in hell, and everyone's living their life, and Charlie is trying to redeem as many souls as she can, but it's a very difficult process. And we've learned, I don't want to give any spoilers out there, but we learned by the end of season 1? Yes, I believe it was the end. No, it was, yeah, right toward the end of season 1 when we found out that it was even possible, because most of season 1 is, can they be redeemed? Are we wasting our time?
This was all on a whim, by the way. It's just a theory.
This was all something that she just wanted to try, and it was a really hard, convincing thing. And then by the end of season 1, we found out that it can happen because one of them actually gets redeemed in death and returns in heaven, and that throws the whole process out of whack. And then season 2 is a different aspect. Now it's not can it happen, but who's willing to do what it takes to make it happen. It becomes a whole different aspect. Well, as in hell, and I always forget his fucking name, but the TV god, what the fuck was his
you
name?
watch your mouth. You talking about Vox?
Vox, there it is. I always forget his name. Yeah. Vox is the goddamn.
We didn't even get into characters yet, but you started just straight disrespectful.
No, Vox is the heel. He is the bad guy in this particular show, and he is in season 1. He's just basically the bad guy, but they really go in depth on who he is in season 2, and he is a fucking whirlwind. I love this fucking actor. Is that Christian Boy? He's fucking amazing as this fucking guy. And
actor, this dude, you done said I'm seething here, trying to hold back, but like,
no, go ahead.
This dude, he is why I'm watching Hazbins Hotel.
Okay,
hands down, him. His singing is absolute. So, this is how it kind of went. Like, breaks down. We were listening to a lot of the songs, and a lot of the big songs that she really likes is with him, like his songs, the ones he's doing.
Right.
And as I'm listening to him, and I'm hearing the other singers and stuff like that, I swear I miss my calling studying like singing and voices and stuff because I have not that I'm good at it, but like when I listen to vocals and stuff, I listen for something different. I have like a very untrained, but like I respect it and understand it, and I can like feel what's good.
Appreciate it.
So I hear all this different singing, which singing across the board. I think the weakest singer of this whole thing, and I'm not even going to say their name because I don't even want no disrespect because I think everyone's voice on here is insane. But there's one character that I think maybe has the weakest voice out of everyone, and even she's awesome. So that goes to show like how great the singing cast is. But for me, dude, Vox
You're not going to throw her under the bus?
I'm not going to throw her under the bus. No. I love this whole cast.
Can I guess?
Okay, if you're right, I'll tell the truth, but I don't think you're going to guess.
Stephanie Beatrice? Vaggie?
No.
Okay.
She's my least favorite character, but then with that, when she did her song in season 2, she won me. Okay, she won me with that little hip thing she did. I said, okay, Sean, you got me.
She was in her Encanto bag.
She won me. Like I was like, dude, I'm going off like a separate tangent. I remember we were talking about like characters that we liked, and I'm like, man, something about Vaggie, like I'm just not like sold on her, dude. Like she's okay, but whatever. And then they did that song. I'm like, all right, she's good. She won me over with that. That shit was fire. Like the whole concept of the song itself, and like the way she sang and everything, it was fucking awesome. But anyway, back to the god himself, Vox, aka Christian. I don't know how to say his last name, so I'm not gonna butcher it. But
I said Bori. That's what I sounded out.
Is that an I or an L? I don't know. Like I said,
R-I, yeah. R-I-B-O-R-I.
L, brother. Your eyes are jacked.
I told you I was tired. That's definitely an L. That's an L. So it's Borley, I guess.
So as I'm listening to all these people's voices and they're singing, and I'm like, man, this is so crazy. Like, I don't like the show. I don't want at this point. I'm like, I don't want to really want to watch it. But I'm not mad at these songs being on the like playing these songs right now. These things are insane. And she started playing a lot of his songs, and I'm like, I literally said, and I'm like, you know what I really love about this character? Like, what's his name? I don't fucking know. It's just like Vox. I'm like, all right. You know what I love about this character is that, and this was before season 2 came out. So I'm like, I love how not all, but most people, singers in this show has shown a lot of range. Whether like whatever, like alto, soprano, baritone, whatever they are, most of them show a range where they kind of like start to go up a little bit more or down a little bit more. There's a good range. Like a lot of people have range. But for some reason, Vox always stayed within the same kind of like tone or range. Like he never went too high, he never went too low. But that sweet spot on where his vocals are, I said to her, I was like, he doesn't go up, he doesn't go down. He doesn't have a lot of range per se, not disrespectfully, but with the way he's singing, he doesn't have a lot of range. However, he knows his pocket. Because that pocket he's in, it's flawless. Like the tone, the pitching, he does some really unique shit with his voice. I forget the song, which one it is, but he does this weird note where he like, I don't want to say he goes up, but like the way he holds it and like changes I wish I could remember the song, but he does this weird thing where I'm like, dude, I don't know anyone who could try to sing and not crack when they did whatever that note he just, I don't even know what the hell that note is called. It's probably like some type of squiggly shit with a line through it. Like it sounded crazy, but it sounded so good when he did it. Yeah. And he won me over. He's the one that made me want to watch it. But then you go into season 2, and that man fucking just starts snapping. He has so many great songs. And then the one where he's trying to get all of the other
Members of Hell.
Yes, to kind of get on the side, and he kind of does different types of singing for each one of their styles. I was like, yo, the fucking GOAT, man. The way he did different pitches, different ranges, absolutely insane, man. I can't like sing this guy's praise enough, dude. He is phenomenal.
So I'm gonna steal a page out of Pombo's book when he usually does the IMDb cast. Erica Head, I'm gonna try, right? Erica Henningsen as Charlie Morningstar, Stephanie Beatrice as Vaggie. Again, she's getting into her Encanto bag with this stuff. Blake Roman as Angel Dust. I love Angel Dust.
That's
I
that's
love
a
that
performance
character.
we got shout out real quick. But go ahead, do your thing,
Keith David as Husk.
dude.
If I die and go to heaven, I want God's voice to sound like Keith David, dude.
Oh yeah, he's phenomenal, dude.
Kimiko Glenn as Nifty. Now, hold on a second. I just realized something. Charlie Morningstar, obviously, I said earlier, star of the show, Lucifer's daughter. She's the owner of the hotel. Vaggie, Stephanie Beatrice, is the girlfriend who helps run the show. We later discover and again, with spoilers, but I'm not going to go through that. But yeah, she's the girlfriend that helps run the hotel. Angel Dust is a person who lives in the hotel, but is a porn star. He's in the filth business with his boss, played by Joel Perez Valentino. And I had to look him up about halfway through season 1 because I was listening to the voice, strong voice, but out of nowhere he broke out some Spanish. And I was like, what is that about? And I looked him up and I was like, oh God, Joel Perez. There it is. Thank you. God damn it. Keith David plays Husk, who is the bartender. But he was slept on in season 1. Season 2, he had that crazy fight scene where he was just going off. And I was like, all right, homie, do your thing. Kimiko Glenn, Nifty, I already told you, hotel maid. She's a firecracker. Amir Tali playing Alistair, who is my personal favorite.
Okay.
On the show, the radio god. He is a fucking genius. This guy loves playing mind games. I love that guy. And also, I have a thing. You were saying earlier about missing your calling as like a vocal coach. I have a thing about that era in radio. That voice. Hello there. With the whole I love. There's something about that voice that I still love to this day.
And you know what's cool? And you know what's cool? Because I have a feeling that, like, not that I have a feeling, I'm sure like it's true, but not only is his voice modded to sound like it, but he doesn't get to just talk like I'm talking and then it sounds like it. I would imagine he almost has to like pretend like his voice does sound like that, which makes it sound better when they mod the voice.
When they did a flashback on before he died, he was just talking, no mod.
Yeah.
It still sounded somewhat like
very
the mod.
like,
it was
very radio.
He has that fucking
persona.
Radio voice. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Alex Brightman as Serpentis. Serpentis. Who plays the eggs? Those guys are awesome.
No, they fucking have me crack. What was the when they were going up on the elevator and they yelled his name? I forget what name they yelled. And then remember he was going to the meeting and there was an egg in the elevator with Alistair. And they're he's like looking out the window like this, and so they yelled the name. I forget what it was. Like I'll just say a random one. They were like George. I forget what the name was. And the egg next was like, we have names. Fucking lost it, dude. I said, no, the eggs are my favorite now. That shit was so funny.
Those are pretty much the main characters from season 1. With one special shout out, and there's others. Sarah, the main angel, Patina Miller. We can go down the line. Everybody here fucking hits. Everybody here fucking hits. Special shout out to my homegirl, Christina Alabado. She plays Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb is fucking great. I love all these fucking characters. It's a great fucking show on Amazon Prime. You guys need to check it out. We're not plugging Amazon Prime. Do what you want with your money, but we do love the goddamn show. This is a great fucking show. Also, a little bit really quickly about the Helliverse, which I didn't know about. And because the first thing that I saw from this world, from this existence, was Hazbin Hotel. I didn't realize that before that, she had done Hell of a Boss. And to me, they're both kind of like neck and neck. Like I really like Hell of a Boss as well for different reasons. That's a completely different show, but the animation and everything is kind of obviously the same because it's all Vivian and her people. But I love, you hit it on the head earlier. I am a sucker for great writing. I just love how fleshed out the characters are, how
the development is really good.
The how they evolve over time. There's just so much time put into these characters, and I just love. I'm a sucker for just a great fucking story, and both of these shows have great fucking stories. Again, the original artwork The original versions of the show are all on YouTube. You guys can check her out there. And there's so much more to come. There's a season 3 that's coming from Hazbin Hotel. I just recently found out that there was a development issue with Hell of a Boss, but that got worked out. So Hell of a Boss has their season 3 coming out. So there's a lot more to come.
On Netflix, I don't know if it's on Netflix right away. I think they're going to finish the season and then put all of it on.
Yeah, it's going to be on Amazon
I'm sorry,
Prime.
Amazon. I apologize.
Amazon Prime.
On Amazon Prime.
But what else is on Amazon Prime? And I'm going to check this out. And I think you should check it out, considering that if you haven't already, when I say it in a second, maybe you'll tell me. Since you guys are so big on the music, and the music is a huge aspect of this show, they have the voice actors. They took the music to Broadway.
Already seen it.
You already seen it. Okay, there it is. Yeah,
now,
so
hold on.
One-day Broadway.
I watched it before I watched the show.
Oh,
I distinctively remember going, I don't like this. and the reason, at first I thought it was gonna be maybe a small snippet of the show of actual like Broadway, but what it ended up being was more like a marketing thing, which is fine. I now want to go back and watch it again through the lens of someone who actually appreciates the whole show. Because once I heard the songs that I liked, the other songs that I was a little bit unfamiliar with, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, again, same thing, right? It's cool. Like, it's a cool song. But like, I want to go back and listen to it again and watch it and really appreciate it. So, but yes, I have seen that. She made me watch it. The moment I walked through the door and she found it, I was on the couch being forced to watch it. So
yes, my wife and I are going to take the time at some point during this little break to watch that as well. So check it out, guys. Amazon Prime, Hell of a Boss. Go ahead.
Before we get off it, top 3 favorite characters.
I just
starting at 3 as your. Well, you can do 1 to 3 or 3 to 1, but in your strength order, in like your actual order. Top 3. I'll go first if you want a second.
All right, go ahead. You go first.
Okay. Number 1, I think I already said it, is Vox. Vox, hands down. That writing on the character, the singing on the character, the way that guy like his everything. Perfect. Absolutely fucking perfect. Number 2.
3 is hard. I love so many of the characters.
2 is 2. This is where I actually it's really tough for me. 2, and he kind of snuck up there for me. Jeremy Jordan, Lucifer.
Oh, Lucifer. Okay, all right, yeah.
When I first heard his song, like I kind of like in passing heard a few things, and I never really like sat and appreciated it. But after watching the show, his character, the way his character was written, like we even led to like some conversation. Like my wife was like, I hate that they kind of made him look like a pussy. Like he's like a pussy the whole time. Like he's Lucifer. He's so supposed to be. I'm like, well, hold on a second, because the way she's telling the story, although it is not word for word biblically,
that could be a word.
Say it. No, say it. Say the word I'm trying to say. Biblically. Fuck that word. Anyway, moving on. Even though
you gotta get into that L.
I'm saying, you know what's fucking. You know what's fucked up? It's
like BBL.
No, I think I'm saying all the B's, but they're not coming out.
You're not sliding into that L.
Biblicky. The L. I was missing the L. All right.
The L was fucking you up.
Anyway, I explained to her, I'm like, yes, but like the whole concept behind like Lucifer, and y'all, if y'all big Bible thumpers, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but vaguely, like he wanted to be God himself, or like be praised like God or something like that. So he went down with the whole snake thing, and then he was punished or thrown out of heaven into earth, like as a punishment. So in theory, like if you kind of follow that a little bit loosely, he should be powerless, because that's the whole concept kind of behind him. Like he's been condemned out there. He's not an actual angel anymore. He presents himself as one, but he's kind of not. So when I told that to her, she's like, yeah, but no, I guess I can see what you're saying. Like, I get it. And the way they I feel like they wrote him that way works out really good. Him trying to be a good dad and all that shit, but he's fucking powerless. It's all. I think the writing is awesome, and his singing, absolutely amazing. And my last pick, it's very tough. I'm gonna lean to One Way just because I really fucking love that song. Oh, see, that's tough because if we're gonna do the one hit, they both have one hits that are my. All right, I'm gonna go with Blake Roman as my number 3.
See, you're seeing the actors. Hold on a second.
Yeah, so Angel Dust. I'm gonna go with Angel Dust as my number 3.
As your number 3.
For the damn it, I just had the name of the song in my fucking head and I can't remember. The one we he's at the strip club with Husk. Losing Streak. Because of Losing Streak is up there for like one of my favorite songs in the whole fucking show. He sings his fucking ass off on that song, but it's so close. Like if I can even call it a tie for Husk, that damn Love in a Bottle or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that's tough. Those two are tough. That's my top 3, but I mean I'm gonna cheat and say 3 and 4, man, because those two are just so good, dude.
Fuck.
It's tough, dude.
3's hard. I love all these people, but I do have my 3. And I'm gonna number 3 for me goes to Husk. He's up there for sure. You can interchange these either way, obviously, but Nifty.
Okay, as number 2.
As number 2, and my Alistair. Alistair.
Okay.
I gotta go Alistair at the end. Nifty. Yeah, I bought I didn't buy it. It was a Christmas gift, but it got the Nifty here going. But Alistair's. Alistair, he's a badass to me. Like that whole, he played Vox like a goddamn fiddle in all of season 3. And it's just, I don't know. I love that character so much.
It's awesome show, guys. You need to watch it, even if you don't think it's that good. I'm telling you, man, just sit with it. It's fucking good, dude. It's good.
All right, guys, we're off to segment 2.
Let's keep this show going. It's time for segment 2.
So I didn't have the banner on the other one, which is going to make my editing harder, but that's okay. I got the banner up now, and we're here to talk a little stand-up comedy. We're here to talk about Dave Chappelle's surprise stand-up, because
I feel like he just shadow dropped that shit.
Yeah, he went to the boxing fight between Jake Paul and the other guy. His opponents all run together. I don't give a fuck. But he went, it was just like at the fight, and was just like, yeah, I'm here to enjoy the fight. Oh, by the way, I have a Netflix special that's dropping like right now. Like, what the fuck? So one of the big points of this, and we're not going to go joke for joke, punchline and punchline, but one of the biggest parts of this conversation when it comes to Dave right now is his comedic style, that it's changed over time. Some people it's rubbing the wrong way. Some people understand why the style is happening, but I don't think there's any doubt that the style has changed just a little bit. And he says something at the end, and we'll get to that joke at the end, but the joke at the end that he says that his voice has become more powerful than he intended, which I think lends itself to the overall issue of this particular stand-up set that he did, in the sense of there's a lot of people claiming that he's kind of becoming less of a comedian at this point, and more of like a TED talk, like a lecture. Like that's, my wife walked away with that one. She was just like, this felt like a TED talk.
Really?
Like there was some laughs in there for sure. She laughed, I laughed, but it felt like a TED talk. Like even down to, it's about an hour and some change, and about midway through the show, he starts his closer.
Mm-hmm.
And says, yeah, it's a long closer, guys, but bear with me on this. And then he starts to tell this very intricate story. But where do you land on that? Is it still Dave, or have we evolved into something completely
Absolutely.
different?
This is it's anyone that says that it's just about the topics, you're on the other side of the topics that he's talking about. To me, that's just plain and simple, because don't get me wrong, like when the earlier Dave, because there's like a seasonal thing in this house where we'll run all his shit like in a row.
course.
So
It's a must.
I'm
Must listen.
fairly familiar. I don't remember everything. My memory has always been trash, but I fairly like in the very beginning, he was definitely a lot more punchline. Like I feel like his delivery is somewhat the same. I mean, obviously it's evolved. He's more mature and he's better at doing what he does. But as far as setup and delivery, like it's
Dave
kind of the
Chappelle.
same across the board. He has like a way that he does things. And I just think that in the very beginning, sure, it was much more joke heavy, or he wasn't really talking about real life specific things like he kind of is right now. But I just think that's the evolution of him. I mean, if you look at his story, see the things that happened to him, and then when we started to play, I'm like, yo, I wonder if he's gonna mention Saudi Arabia doing the comedy show, because that was one of the things we talked about. And when he started talking about it and went into it, and he didn't sit on it long. No. He was very quick. That segment was the shortest one.
He got right to it. Yeah.
Yeah, he made the joke. He the whole punchline to that was he set it up by saying pretty much the reason why he went is I think basically like two things. A lot of money, and they treat me better than you guys do. Essentially, is like the fucking like my own people don't treat me as good as you guys. Then went on with the whole trans joke in the crowd and all that shit, which is crazy. I'm not even gonna get that. But anyway, and then that led into a punchline later as well. It's like all set up and stuff like that. So if you really
he's
think
a professional,
he's telling jokes. So again, the whole trans in the crowd. That's a joke. That didn't really happen. Like that whole, and that's what I mean. Anyone who's like pissed off is like, you're stuck on Saudi Arabia if you think he's only talking about hot topics and giving you a TED talk. He gave you a joke, something that was not real, but because it's cloaked behind the fact that he's talking about doing work with Saudi Arabia, in which he said, my job now is all I do is sit by the phone and wait for these Arabs to call me.
Yeah, I don't even work for Netflix no more. I just wait for Saudi Arabia to call me now.
Just sit at the phone and wait for the Arabs to call me, and I'll go do another joke, and then explain that, like, you know, I tell jokes here, I get killed, I take jokes over there, and they love it. Like, basically telling you what we were saying, like money, and he can say what, you know what I mean, like he's supported, they love him over there. So I think that was just an example of him telling a joke, but it's like around a topic that's sensitive, so people might snap on it or whatever case may be. But no, he's still telling jokes, and the way that he does it today is absolutely insane, man. The art in which he tells these jokes are absolutely, they will go over your head. They will go right the fuck over.
Him specifically, yeah. They'll definitely go over your head. And we did have a quick conversation about it. I think you were the one that brought it on the show in the first place about the set list of people going to Saudi Arabia to go do their sets and perform for those people over there, and everybody had an opinion, either or, that they're free to do it, or what a fucked up thing to, because they were stand-up comedians, because that was my issue with the whole topic. And I talked a little bit about this on when I did a couple of segments by myself, when I brought up the Mick Foley situation. I re-brought this up again, the Saudi Arabia deal, because my issue isn't the fact that Dave went. I don't even have an issue with the people who stayed and didn't want to go. My issue became the people who stayed giving bullshit to the people who went. If you don't want to go, that's fine. Standing up for your principles. I got you. Respect. Why are you shitting on them for going? You made it clear why you didn't want to go. They're making it clear they have no problem in going. What's the problem? Right? No one put a gun to your head and forced you on a plane to go over there and tell jokes. You stayed home. Okay, fine. So stay home. Everybody, I heard more from the people who didn't want to go than the people who were going. The people who were going went off and handled their business. The people that were here bitched and cried and moaned and went on social media and tried to get all the clicks and likes they can get. I can't believe they would go out there, and Dave said it on his stand-up. He goes, everybody shit on all the comedians that went, but it was my face on the poster. It was my face that was on everything that they were shitting on. He goes, I get it. I made more money than any comedian that went. So I understand that. Yeah. And at the end result is the way that I thought it was. In my head, I had it in my head when they first started shitting on Dave for going to Saudi Arabia, that he was looking at his phone, reading it, and going. So it was good to see that he went on stage and just went.
Yeah. He just found exactly what we were thinking. Exactly.
However you feel about me making decisions with my life is how you feel about it. It's got jack shit to do with me.
And he could have ended it there.
Yeah.
He could have ended it there, but he went on to pretty much tell you guys, hey, for those judging me because of the decision I made to go over there and talk, because he made the comment of like, oh, you're all pissed off because they killed like one reporter. And I'm not trying to, he was like, I'm not trying to say that that's not bad.
Said, rest in peace.
Rest in peace to his family and his family and all that shit.
But Israel's killed 240 in the last 3 months.
In the last 3 months.
Yeah. And so I didn't think we were keeping count. What happened?
Yeah. So this is the part that goes right over everyone's head, because he is giving you the hot topic and what you want. But you have two types of people. You have the people who are listening to his joke, and whether you and the other side of listen to his stand-up and his jokes and following him along. Then you have the other people, and there's two sides. There's the extreme hate him side, and there's the extreme support him side. They're the same people that are so hyper focused on the just going to Saudi Arabia or that comment about the people getting murdered, that they're not even like thinking about the rest of the joke. They're like stuck on that, which is where you're gonna get people going, oh, he's really just talking. He's just giving a TED talk. He's just talking on about hot topics rather than telling jokes. Nah, dude, he hit me with some shit at the end. Like, remember when you said he did his close? He started his closer in the middle of the show, because when he said that, I pressed up to see where it was, and it was like dead middle. I'm like, oh, this is so long. We good. We got plenty of time. I was like, yo, this is short. Now we good. We got time. So when
no, we good. We got time.
And this is and if you like Dave Chappelle, to me, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but this is an evolution of the joke that he told before. This is why Dave is absolutely disgusting. Do you remember, which is one of my wife's favorite jokes, because we say it all the time we're in the grocery store, the stovetop stuffing?
Yeah.
He's like,
I'm so punch her in the pussy.
He's like, I'm so good at this joke and shit. I'm gonna give you the punchline before I tell you the joke, and you're still gonna laugh. It's hands down my favorite fucking joke, the way he ends it. He did that same shit here, but didn't tell you that, but he did the same exact thing, kind of, sort of, where he was like, all right, this is really hard, so I'm gonna give you my closing. And if we have time, I'll give you my closing for when I was in Saudi Arabia. And then he goes on to tell his story. Me, I completely forgot all about it. And then when he gets into the end about we need to come up with a code word on like if they got control of me or what I would say. And then he says what he said and walks off. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And I'm like, wait, what? So it hit me like, oh, that's the closer to when he was in Saudi Arabia. Dude, the
code word.
We was on another show at that point, and that shit hit me. I'm like, yo, this guy's a fucking legend. That's so good. That's so like, and it brought me back to the stovetop stuffing. I'm like, yo, he literally just kind of low key like that was so fucking. So if you're sitting here telling me this isn't art, just because solely the topic he's talking about, you're bugging, bro. You're missing out on some classic shit, man.
Well, I think the only reason, in all fairness, and Dave's not the only person that I've noticed this happening to. There's a new trend now, and it's becoming glaringly obvious now. They don't hate Dave or any other celebrity. No, the public, either online or in real life, which are two separate things, they don't hate celebrities for the sake of hating them. They don't even hate them for what they're doing. They only hate the celebrities that don't validate how they feel. When they voice something about a celebrity and that celebrity goes, meh, now all of a sudden they don't like the celebrity anymore. When Dave was on the come up, and when Dave, I'll put this all in a package for you. The same person that stood 10 toes down against a corporate media giant and gave back $50 million so that he can have the freedom to just exist on his own, and left one of the highest grossing television shows of that era
at his peak
on just principle alone.
In that time, on his peak.
Yeah, at his peak.
In that moment, yeah.
And left it on the table, praised heavy for it. 10, 20 years later, makes another decision. This time, this decision benefits him. The first one benefited him. The same parameters. The Comedy Central thing was messing with my mental health. It's stressing me out. It's making me be a person I don't want to be. I'm getting away from that. Same principles applied here. I don't see a reason why I shouldn't be able to talk over there. They're giving me the royal treatment to just be myself and do my thing. I'm going to take this opportunity. Boo, you're a sellout. How? Because you won't go? What does that have to do with me? I don't understand. I won't go, so you shouldn't go. Why? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. I don't follow that line of logic at all whatsoever. You know why he probably doesn't follow that line of logic? Because they're asking him to go. Joe Schmo in the YouTube comments, no one's asking you to go to the goddamn supermarket, let alone to go to Saudi Arabia. Those are the people with no talent, no connections, no funds, no ability to do anything, are the ones with the absolute most opinions on planet Earth and what everybody else should do with their opportunity. You mean to tell me Joe Schmo in Kansas City, Missouri, right now, sitting at home, doing nothing with his life, wife nagging him, kid flush his keys into the toilet, life's just not going the way that he's going.
Been there.
And all of a sudden, the Saudi prince, the sheik, gives him a call. I'll give you $1 million to come over here and eat 12 dozen raw eggs in front of everybody. He's not going to take that. He's going to go on the phone and go, you know what, sir? Based on your government policies, I can't go and earn an easy 7-figure salary for the most basic mundane task of all time because I stand on my principles. Click. No. In the same phone conversation, he'll be sitting there with a pen and pencil, and the flight number is what now? What time am I supposed to? That's show ID. I have to show ID, right? I was show ID. Okay.
First class. Wow, you guys are so nice.
Where do how do I hail a cab in your language? How do I hail a cab in your language? Do they do Uber? Is there Uber there? Oh, you guys handle you're gonna have a limousine.
Yeah, you're gonna pick me up. Oh, okay.
That makes more sense. Okay, thank you. By any chance, I know this is nitpicking. Does the hotel room have a bath or a shower? It matters. It matters. Both. Just let me know. Imagine both, and they're gold plated. Both of them.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was thinking about making the same joke, opted not to, but that works. Yeah.
Hey, we're the same show that just showed a golden toilet not too long ago, so we're gonna be
true.
All right.
That is
we're
true.
We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Yeah. So I love this. I love all of his shit. He's one of the greatest comedians to ever fucking do it. But I put him, and some people have pushed back on this, but for principles and for comedy level, the skill level, content, and the principles off the stage, I put him right there with Carlin. The stuff that he says, because Carlin, if you look back at Carlin's stuff, his earlier stuff, his jokes, well written, well done, but at first they were hippy dippy humor, then they became observational humor, and in Carlin's later years, it got more philosophical.
He turned into a prophet.
He ended up becoming a goddamn genius that we all.
You go back and watch some of his shit now. That shit ages from like wine,
beautifully,
dude. Like wine,
beautifully.
Actually,
and we're gonna look.
I think we're gonna go on a Carlin kick soon because I really
don't do that to me because I
want to.
I'll
so
do it.
Bad.
Don't fucking push me. I'll do it. I have them all downloaded, so I don't even.
There's a lot of them, dude. I did not know how many. I know we're going to.
I have them all.
There's like 15 of them. He's got a lot of specials.
I have them all.
That's
they were all at max at one point too, and I think they got taken off. I'm not sure.
Damn.
But I have them all. So if you're really serious and down about that life, I will link you.
Oh yeah, I don't even.
And
Yeah, absolutely.
and you'll have them. But no, So no, Carlin was like that. He evolved over time, and it just became more and more philosophical. Because I mean, look at Carlin's, like one of Carlin's first stand up where he's got the suit and he's thin, he's got nice hair, and then like Santa Claus Carlin where he's like old and gray and could barely open his mouth that last time he was on stage in 2008, but still all there. Like the punchline, the writing, just it's all there.
The art.
Dave, I would be surprised at this point if Dave even puts shit on paper anymore. If he just works out the content as opposed, because the formula is already in here. And now he just works out, take out those old parts, put a new part in, and then just run the goddamn machine at this point. And it's fucking beautiful every fucking time I see it. He could do a trans joke and then slide into a fucking homeowner joke and then slide into the stovetop joke and then slide into it's fucking seamless. It's fucking seamless. He knew that he talked about the Saudi Arabia trip and in defense reminded everybody how he was treated in the States about the trans jokes, and then executed a trans joke in the Saudi Arabian joke. It was like a triangle of fuck you, like right in the middle. It was. And still, the Falcon killed her, and then the Falcon swooped in and killed the person in the third row. He's like, oh, he's transphobic. I didn't even know it was a dude until his dick popped out. I had no clue. I had no clue. I didn't know. That wasn't the thing. I promise you.
And it's good. I heard my wife was telling me that she was hearing that people were snapping about it and saying that he wasn't funny anymore and that he just tells stories now.
A lot of that, yeah. TED Talk.
To each his own. That's fair. I understand it, but I don't know. I would consider myself a really big comedy person, and to be honest with you, like this shit it's poetry, man. Like to your point of like, I don't even think he really, like, you wouldn't be surprised if you found out if he said like, I don't really write that shit. Like, I think about it. I kind of, because he's been doing it so long, I can understand that it might be second nature. But at the same time, like logically in my head, there's no way something so artistic, like you can't just do that in here. Like you gotta write it out somehow. Whether he does it once and like he remembers it, sure. But like this is just so well written, and the way that he kind of like flows his jokes together. It's just, and to be honest with you, if we're being honest, the pacing of the jokes got fucked up because people were getting so emotional in the crowd. He act like that shit was real. Like you can't really hear him too much because it's edited. But they were like, when he started talking about that, you can hear people kind of like both sides a little bit in the crowd, or like with the support or whatever it is. But they were getting so emotional that they were breaking his stride, and they were like, "Guys, come on! Like, can I do this?" And literally at one point, it's like, "Can I do this? Like, let me do this." So that kind of broke the momentum a little bit. But again, like, dude,
no, but he's a professional. He gets him right back. He gets him right back every fucking time. So every time, it's like fucking clockwork with this guy.
So
I don't understand.
Good,
I don't get it from these people. I really fucking don't. Check that out, by the way, on Netflix. We're doing all the social media. We're doing all the app streaming plugging right now, even though it's not part of our job to plug them. But yeah, that's on Netflix. Check it out. We're going to take a quick pause for the cause, quick commercial break. We'll come back with our next segment. Hey guys, AJ Orsini here, and I am super excited to let all of you know that we have completely rebranded the official OUM YouTube channel. We have changed the handle, we've changed the look, we have changed the feel and the vibe of OUM's exclusive YouTube channel. Now, all you need to do to access this YouTube channel, it's very, very simple. You go into the search bar, you type in OUM Network, or you can type in youtube.com/@OUM Network. It'll take you right there. This is going to be all-encompassing, every aspect of OUM officially on YouTube. It's going to be the episodes, it's going to be the shorts, the reels, the independent spotlight, it's going to be the OUM Minute. It's all of your OUM needs on the official YouTube channel. Check it out today.
Segment 3 is here, and I can't wait.
That's your favorite one.
Punks.
I can't wait. So I'm gonna do this for the very last fucking time
Here we go.
because I've been on this soapbox for so long, and it's always been. I'll explain what I mean by this in just a second. So William Regal, the famous, the legendary, what far too humble if you ask me, William Regal, who to this day still has given me the best advice in the history of my entire career. Lose the hat, which sorry, Will, but we he's such a cool fucking guy, humble guy. I'm a big fan of William Regal, not just as a performer, but as a person who's been in the industry. Because, like I just said, I make a joke now about the hat thing, but he goes to these shows all the time. I got the privilege of calling an Evolve show when it was when they were running under the original management. We were live on internet pay per view. Regal was there for talent scouting. I was ring announcing the first half of the show, and then I joined on commentary. But before I joined on commentary, I got a chance to do the whole ring announcing deal. And my wife and my son, who was 1 or 2, he was doing the weeble wobble walk. He wasn't quite, he was walking, but he was still a little
Probably around 2.
Bottom heavy. This is the same show where my son was playing with Jake the Snake Roberts. Roberts was like trying to peekaboo him a little bit. And I was like, don't trust him. Don't trust him. Do you want to see it? But Regal was at that particular show. And I just shot in the dark, figure I ask. I said, hey, by any chance, did you get a chance to hear any of the ring announcing or anything like that? He said, yes. Heard you out there. Good stuff. Strong voice and the whole thing. And he's giving me all these wonderful compliments. And then, because enough compliments to make you go, okay, here it comes. Here comes the punch to the gut. And he really didn't have anything negative to say about me. As a matter of fact, he gave me, this is at the time when I was really going hard on trying to do stuff. And he gave me contact information for certain people to make certain connections and send some stuff. But that's a complimentary system. That's what they call a conversation breaker. So what it is it's a card that has information on it, emails, it's never immediate contact, right? Phone number. It's this person's name and this person's email, and it's an official WWE card. And they're like, here, take this email, send them some of your stuff, write out an email, a very professional one, and just ask them if they want to see a resume or anything like that. Like, reach out. This is the email to do it. So I got one of the cards or whatever. And I send stuff. Everyone sends stuff. It unless it's, out of this world, you don't really get contacted back. I didn't get contacted back. But it was so really cool, to talk to him, because we grew up watching him do all kinds of goofy shit. And I was always a big fan of his. And to meet him, and he's a really cool dude. But he's, in my opinion, he's far too humble. The only time I ever see Regal come out of the show and be aggressive or be angry or be very forceful is usually when it comes to training. I've heard him do a lot of yelling when training, but never throughout the course of an event or backstage or anything like that. He's just such a cool dude. So the reason why I bring it up in that particular aspect is because he done tweeted. I'm pulling it up here. I probably should have, because I don't know if you can see the actual. It's there. Trust me. And now, because I can't read it.
We can see it. We can see it.
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna pull here, because I can't. Got it. So he tweeted, I stay off here, but was alerted to something today that has me alarmed. I don't read any comments, so don't waste your time trying to argue or justify your very wrong opinions on this. I broke my neck twice. September of 1993 in the ring, in a car wreck in 97, and stupidly never told anyone. and I was taught properly how to bridge and not land on the top of my head. It's a skill that maybe 99.9% of people don't know or will ever learn anymore. Not true. There's a lot of schools that still teach it. I keep going somehow, but knew all the tricks that again people don't learn now and watch film and just copy. After Masawa's son passed from his neck problems, I thought it would stop this nonsense, but it's got worse. And whenever I talk to people about them doing it, it doesn't hurt. Believe me, it will. I have people close to me now. Brian, he's referring to Brian Danielson, being who is suffering daily like myself from his neck. It's daily misery, and sleep and every other aspect of your life is more than hard. Although people use the term tough about me, you'll never hear me say that, as I'm not, and don't think I am or ever have been. Money and whatever nonsense fame is supposed to be is not worth the pain or supposed two evening glory. Am I reading that right? Yeah, supposed two evening glory you get from these ridiculous moves dropping yourself on your head. The vast majority of fans don't know the difference between a vertical suplex and a brainbuster, and that's a far tamer move than many I see now. I'm 57 and become less relevant every day, but fame has never been my thing, so most of you doing this stupid stuff are not going to listen to me, but hopefully if you do, stop it now if you want a decent quality of life after wrestling, because that part of your life will be over before you know it, and wrestling done right is hard enough. But broken necks or death are not something you should think is tough or cool. It's idiotic thinking. And then the picture here, I'm assuming, is one of the X-rays or cervical breaks from himself from back in the day. And so this is as stupid as it may sound out loud. This has been met with quite a bit of resistance. There's a lot of people, obviously, on the side of Regal saying, absolutely, you should definitely keep these things in mind. One in particular that I would like to show, because I thought it was very fitting that it was him. Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega responded to William Regal's Twitter, and he responded with, regardless of timing or perceived intent. Now, the reason why he writes that is because the clip that he was referring to that was sent to him, apparently something happened on AEW where Kyle Fletcher took a really sick neck bump. It was a really sick looking, like it got people nervous. So they sent it to William, and I guess that's what he was commenting on. It says the general message from Mr. Regal remains a productive one. Tribalism, I can't make out what that says.
It's very blurry.
Yeah, it's very blurry. I'm trying to read it. It's blurry. All right, give me 1 second. I'll find a better. Well, I want to read it. So give me 1 second. Response to Regal. There you go. Where's the image? It is here. There we go. All right, there we go. Tribalism, whataboutism, and other isms aren't needed here. Safety often takes a back seat when a wrestler is locked in and actively chasing the dragon. We all sometimes need a voice from afar to tether us back to reality and to tell us that the risks have consequences. The odds aren't in our favor, and none of us will walk away unscathed. This isn't company versus company or wrestler versus wrestler. This is about a general awareness and a knowing that the cost of what we do is directly related to the amount of severity of risks that we take. Keeping that in mind, as athletes, we aren't all created equally. As responsible adults, we need to be realistic and know our own physical limits. I'd like to give my head a shake if I wanted to try a twisting shooting star, but I'd never say a word to Pac. And there's that's not how it ends. I remember it ending with,
it says, I look at this all as great food for thought. Something to always be cognizant of if it should be about making it a competition. Yeah, competition.
Yes.
I'm a terrible reader, by the way. This is why I always
okay, so the overall gist of Kenny Omega.
But I want to get to the end of that. I had it in front of me, so I figured I'd just go for it. Expose myself.
Yeah. He took a chance. He went for it.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to participate.
So the overall scheme of things when it relates to this specific topic is the neck injuries. Now, in this particular instance, we're talking about Kyle Fletcher taking a neck bump, and that's dangerous as hell. But I think what's being swept under the rug, and this is why I'm saying this is the last time I'm having this conversation. The studies have been done. It's not theoretical. These are facts. Every time you take bumps in the ring, it is equivalent to an actual head-on car crash. The human body is not built to take bumps on purpose. It isn't. There are some that get through it easier than others, but every single one of us hurts every single day. I haven't been inside of a ring and taken a bump and done any training since October, I believe, because the last time I took a bump, I blew something in my back. I can't remember what it was. And I've been healed since, but I've just been busy since it's also the holiday season. And you feel it all the time. Every time you hit the fucking ground, you feel it every time. I think it was Jim Ross who said it best. Even if you do it right, even if you do it perfect, do it exactly the way that it's supposed to be done, in the perfect way, in the most safe, and with the most care, you're going to be hurt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
This business is designed that way. It's going to hurt a lot. This business hurts. For everybody who keeps hitting me up and is just like, bad, but I've always dreamed of being a wrestler. I feel so bad for you. I have so much. I feel whenever someone gets bit by the wrestling bug, I feel so bad because I was bit by it and I pursued it like a fucking madman.
Yeah, but don't you think that message is a little hypocritical though?
Of me or just in general?
Both of them. Like if someone has I understand. Like when you say that, because you said this before. This is the first time you said this.
Yeah.
Like you said, this is the last time you want to talk about it.
Yeah, this is the last time I want to talk about it.
My point is, and this is the last dialogue, I want to play devil's advocate here. Because when it comes to someone, I understand when you say that, my brain goes to two things. The young kid that has a dream, in our eyes, I'm not going to speak for yourself, but what my brain thinks generally is the young kid can do it. Well, not can't do it. Like, it's not automatic he's going to be good at it, but to take the risk is like more acceptable because he's younger, he's got more time, whatever. But I feel like you, and correct me if I'm incorrect here, but I feel like sometimes you speak not that you're not speaking to the young kid, but you're mainly talking about the people who just think it's fun and want to try to do it, but it's not your everything. Like it's like you're not sure if you're willing to die for it. But to me, when you say that, the point is, if you're not willing to die for it, don't attempt it. Like it's not worth testing it unless you're ready to, like, you have to die for this. That's the only way you should really do it. And if that is the case, my last point is, if that's the case, I think that's what Kenny Omega is kind of saying, and I agree with him. Like when you, like, for instance, because I see it in the same way as like football. Football is dangerous too, but when I played football when I was young, I'm not thinking about being paralyzed or stingers or anything like that. I'm willing, signing the contract, to risk it all to play this game. And I think that's kind of like what he's hinting at.
But that's where the assumption you're making is very dangerous, because I'm telling you, I have sat in front of people who don't know that they're signing their life away when they do this. They don't know, because a lot of people that get into this business, and football is an amazing analogy when you think about it, because there are people who go through football and go through wrestling and nothing catastrophic happens. They have the bumps, the bruises, the soreness, but they didn't
They
break
can't turn. They
anything.
can't turn like this.
Yeah,
They're not in pain, but like the range of motion is fucked.
right. So like, okay, like for instance, right, a more visual example. A lot of people were making fun of the way that John Cena walks. He walks
Very stiff, but he
because he
looks
walks like
beaten
this,
and
with
old.
like
Yes.
right. This is the same guy that people criticize because he never did anything crazy. He just does the same mundane 5 every night. And look at him. And look at him. Troy Aikman sits in a booth every Monday or Sunday and he calls the football action. And you can see this a lot from a lot of the quarterbacks with the hands. They have an issue a lot with their hands and their grip strength. And that's if you don't get hit. Troy Aikman, I just watched earlier today the John Elway documentary. My boy John Elway. What a class act, right? He walked away. He took a beating his first season, but they spent a lot of money protecting him the rest of those seasons. You still take bumps, you still take bruises. He walks like an invalid, right? If you go to wrestle conventions and you meet all your heroes from the 80s and 90s and you go for autographs and you go all that stuff, you're going to see a lot of hunches. I'm actually doing it now. I didn't realize it until I went to demonstrate. I can't sit completely on my tailbone like this for long periods of time. So now that it's not just audio on the show, people have been noticing I sit to the side or I do a lean back to get the pressure off of because of my back.
Mm-hmm.
My back has been beaten to absolute shit. If I lay on my back all night, I'm in for a long fucking evening because I start to stiffen up. It's a whole fucking thing. And it's unavoidable when you come into the industry. That's why I said I feel bad for people who get bit by the bug, because when you get bit by the bug, and that's not just wrestling, that's sports in general, right? When you really want to play,
except for baseball, they are right.
Well, you know what? Not for nothing. I've seen too many people get hit in the head at 98 miles per hour, and all of a sudden their whole life changes forever. Who knows? So anything can happen at any point in time.
It's true.
And that's the gist of what Regal is trying to say. The baseline is pain and permanent disfigurement. To purposely go out of your way to do the type of moves that some of these people are doing is astronomically stupid, because it's every day that you go to work, you take 5 milliliters of poison each time. It slowly kills you. What Regal is asking you to do is, after you take your poison, don't stab yourself in the fucking eye. That's don't make it worse than it has to be. You're already slowly killing yourself. Let's not hasten the process, right? Let's go out of our way to make sure that we're doing it as safely as we possibly can. Because it's not even a situation of doing crazy moves. Unless you're in the locker room, you don't really experience it a lot. It's the judgment and it's the politics of not doing the moves. So if two guys get together to talk about a match, and this one guy is like, I do this thing where I springboard from the fucking top rope to the floor and I catch him in a cutter, right? Oh, so you're taking a back bump from the top rope to the floor, right? But I'm hitting you with a cutter. Okay, maybe we don't do that. And then as soon as it goes, no, maybe we shouldn't do that, the kid goes, okay. And then they don't do it. The match happens. The match doesn't go well. And I go, well, because he's hard to work with. He doesn't want to do this and he doesn't want to do that. And he's stifling, and then he doesn't want to do anything crazy. He doesn't want to take any. He wants to put me in a hammerlock for the next 15 minutes. He doesn't really want to do anything. And all of a sudden now you're the guy who doesn't want to do shit. Me personally, I wear that shit like a badge of honor. Canadian Destroyer. Hammerlock. Come on, hammerlock. There you go. Nice, hey, how about we do like a Tower of Doom from the corner of tell you what, how about a suplex? We'll just do a little fancy dandy we'll spice it up. Maybe a little vertical action. Hold him up there just a little bit like that with the blood rushing and bam, nice and safe. How about that? How about we do one of those?
Nice and safe.
Yeah. I'm gonna swanton on top of you while 2 chairs are laying on you. Okay, you could do that. Or drop toe hold. How about that? We drop toe hold like that, and you just it's like they don't.
Let's do the floppy arm gimmick. How about we do that?
And I understand why there's some kids who love the high spot stuff, and it's because it gets a reaction.
Sure.
And that's one of the problems that I have with promoters and bookers who put them in a position to do that. Because and this is one of the reasons why this is the last time I'm talking about this, because I get hate every time I say it. There's a lot of people who's in the wrestling business who have no business being in the wrestling business because it's show business and they don't have showmanship. If it's not falling on the back of their head or landing on something sharp or hitting each other over the head with something that makes a loud sound, they don't know how to get over. So when you take that aspect from them, they have nothing. So they resist. That's why Regal says, you're probably not going to listen to me. No, because for the people who do it, that's all they got. And if I'm wrong, prove it. Go through a match without anything crazy and see if that crowd gets out of their chairs and goes nuts. If not, now we know what you need to work on. But I have this conversation at every school I go to, and you know it's funny? I open it the same way that Regal did. Yeah, I'm not going to listen to me, but here it goes. here's what we need to talk about. So it is what it is. People are going to fall on their goddamn necks fucking regardless. So I'm not going to keep beating and he's not going to mention it again. He won't. He said what he had to say. And he's moving forward now from that. He's not doing nothing else at all whatsoever. How about for you? Has there ever been a situation? Is there a particular bump you've seen where you're like, that's too fucking much? Like, do people have moments like that?
I mean, the biggest one for me, if we're talking like biggest one, it'd be still to this day, Mankind.
Oh, the Cell.
Yeah, that's the gnarliest bump I've personally. I don't know if there's one that beats it, but to me, it's crazy height. No one or thing to kind of negate the fall. Like, I didn't see any cushion. Maybe there was. I don't know. Not that it would help much, but it's better than landing on straight raw concrete. And if the table was supposed to break his fall, if the table was supposed to help break his fall a little bit, if I remember correctly, he kind of slightly overshot it. Like, he didn't land directly on top of it.
On the tater, yeah.
Yeah. So to me, like, unless it was, you know how now they'll do like those they'll go like on top of something in the crowd and they'll like choke slam, and it's clearly obvious there's a shit ton of like foam or whatever that they land on, but they put something hard like a table or a couple bags on top to make it look like.
Yeah, I think Shane had an actual airbag.
Yeah, like even if one of those was there, that's still a gnarly bump, and it wasn't. So to me, that is by far the craziest bump I've personally ever seen in my life. That shit is just to even think of something like that means you're doing exactly what Kenny Omega was saying. When it comes to this shit, safety takes the back seat. I need to wow the crowd. And for Mankind, that was his shtick. That's what worked for him. So
and you know, there's a lot of people who put this dangerous shit at his feet, saying that a lot of the people doing crazy shit is because of people like Mick, another one who gets a lot of that shit, and I've witnessed it firsthand, especially when I got to meet him. Jeff Hardy gets a lot of fucking credit for people jumping off of high shit and trying 100%. To do the whole, and all of them, Jeff, Mick, all those guys wish they could take it back, because the people who are doing it now were kids watching the TV when they did it, and they missed the point. Yes, Jeff is famous for jumping off a high shit. He's also a hell of a fucking performer outside of that, with a level of charisma that's out of this fucking world. Mick Foley fell off the Hell in a Cell. Absolutely. He's also a hell of a fucking promo, and can work a wrestling match forwards and backwards. But they missed all that. All they saw was the big spectacle. So all they do is the big spectacle. And then they go to the audience and go, ah?
Most people I know who's tried it were missing the drugs too. That'll help some of that shit.
Yeah. Hard to do a lot of that hardcore stuff without without the courage seeping through your veins.
Oh man, I tell you what, they're like, "Oh, this hurts. How do they do this every day?" A lot of drugs.
Yeah,
a couple of. Let's fucking ride, boys!
I had to do a few lines of encouragement.
Yeah, fuck. One on the way out, one on the way back.
So William Regal is 100% right on everything that he's saying, and that's the last that I will be talking about it, because I too am done wasting my time trying to tell people, do what you want. Me, myself, belly to back. Drop toe hold. Figure 4 leg lock, baby. That's what we're doing. We're getting psychology. We're getting people thinking. We're off to the next seg.
I hope you're ready for segment 4, because it's time.
And we are here to break down the top 25 WWE moments. Now, I went to the Google machine, and I was trying to see if I could find something a little specific. I found something at GiveMeSport.com. They put together a nice, nifty little list a few days ago. An article written by Josh Purvis. I hope that's his real name, dude. Don't let that be a fucking pen name. And so we have the list here. I'm not going to put it up because it's got the pop-up, so I'm not going to put the goddamn, what am I doing here? I'm not going to put the website up, but we'll read the quick list. It's a quick list. We won't be here all day. I think we'll get a little bit more conversative as we get into the 10, but the top 10, but pretty much here. I don't know if you have the list in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So 25 on the list, the 25th, according to this list, 25th great moment in WWE, which is ironic because this didn't happen in WWE. It happened in AAA, but I guess same thing, right? Tomato, tomato. Omos manhandles Microman. That was hilarious. I'll give him that. That was pretty funny. I don't know if it was a great moment, but it was definitely. I don't know. Did you see Omos and Microman?
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I've seen little
right, tossing him around and whatnot.
Microman is fucking crazy. Like that's a midget.
Yeah, it's in the name. It's in the packaging. It was like when back in the day when we had Max Mini.
I'll tell you what, though, it is kind of funny. I mean, he's 7 inches and he's 7 foot. Like it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
He threw him a little action figure.
I'm not gonna hold you. It is kind of a cool. It's one of those like TV moments, like WWE moments. It was pretty.
Ragdolled him.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Number 24, Jacob Fatu dives off of the cage. I'm sure that's a big moment for you WWE people out here, but I've been watching Jacob Fatu fall off of shit a long time. And I don't understand how a guy his size can even move the way
it's scary. It does. It's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, you need to relax because I have enough clips and shorts of you fucking filleting Jacob Fatu as it is. We have to take a break on how much you love Jacob Fatu.
He's the one. He's the one.
Yeah, but he did great. Number 23, Gunther retires Goldberg.
I knew you were gonna give a reaction to this one, dude. You hate this shit.
Oh man, he makes us Gunther.
Although
feel okay.
In hindsight, this is the second. Maybe there's more, but this is the second legend he retired.
So in 2025, he's gonna start making a habit of it now because they're teasing him and AJ.
There you go. He's gonna have 3. He's gonna have 3.
He's gonna start collecting trophies.
Yep.
Yeah. Never let it be said that Gunther was not the right person. We get validated for it every day because he's got that new shirt of a picture of him choking out John, and it says "made him tap like a ... Awesome.
Yep.
He actually said it on TV though. Did you see Raw? He said it on TV.
Yeah.
He said, I made him tap out like a bitch. I was like, I fucking love this guy. Love him. Number 22, Becky Lynch returns.
Yeah, we can skip this one. That's bullshit.
Yeah, returns. I don't even know what that. She's had like 13 returns. I don't know. Whichever one that was happened.
No. This I would assume. This
Which
is
one?
the one.
The one.
The one.
At the beginning of the year when she
The
came
one
back.
that I hate.
Oh, the one at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Okay, I can see why you want to skip this one. I got it.
Yeah.
Number
I just
21.
started liking wrestling again. Please don't ruin this for me.
Number 21, the Hardy Boys win the NXT Tag Team Championship. That was a bit of a shock. That was a shocking move. I'll give them that. That was pretty cool. Number 20, Braun Breaker Spears I Show Speed. This should be higher. This was a.
Okay, I wasn't expecting you to say that, but yeah, I love I Show Speed.
This should have been higher. Listen, I was gonna say 2 seconds ago, I Show Speed really sold the fuck out of it, but I don't think he had a motherfucking choice. I don't think he had any say in the matter. Braun was going. Number 19, AO Sky dies off of War Game Cage. Boom! Boom!
Which one? Just like the Becky Lynch one. Which one?
Well, it only happened once this year, but it happens every year. So fuck it. Number 18, Max.
Wait. This is for this year. I'm sorry, then I am wrong. You said it is for 2020. You're right. My bad. So yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't the other one. Okay, you're good.
Yeah, another one that pisses me off. Number 18, Maxine Dupree defeats Becky Lynch for the IC title. Boom! Although I am liking her promo ability as of late, but that in ring, she's shit.
Let her cook, man. She's young.
See, I think this is why I hate her more. You don't get to the WWE on television at the Garden,
go ahead,
winning the win the IC title, and then the response is, "Well, give her time. She's getting better." What? She's supposed to be great right now. What do you mean?
I don't disagree with you.
For that level of a push.
Hold on. I don't disagree with you. But we live in a world where oh my god, I fucking hate my brain, I swear to God. Dominic Mysterio exists.
Wait. You're not putting those two in the same category, are you?
I'm not comparing the two people. I'm comparing. I'm just saying, let her cook. Who knows? You never know. If Dominic can turn it, maybe she can. Maybe she's one teammate away from becoming just like
Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, we're about to shoot him some crazy bell.
Came from the balls of one of the greatest luchadors of all time.
Yeah, where was that fucking
when he hold on. When he yeeted or skated out of that man's balls into the womb of his mother and then was born, he was also raised in the world of Lucha Libre. This man used to eat breakfast with Eddie Guerrero on a daily goddamn basis. Even if it didn't showcase the minute he started, he had a basis for something to happen. She's just some chick from Sacramento, California.
All right.
Who
was
is
saying that
this
shit
chick?
when he was asked 5 years ago?
What did we say when he was asked? We said we have to give it time to see if there's truly nothing there. Yeah, but we gave him that time because there was something there that we could hope would come out of it. She's comes from nothing, from nowhere. We don't have any basis of what
she started from the bottom, and she's not there yet.
Oh my god! I'm moving on. I'm not. I gotta. And you know what the shitty part is? I have tickets to next week's Raw.
And you're gonna fangirl when you see her too.
And they gave me the Kabuki Warriors against Rhea and Io. They gave me Punk. They gave me Punk and Breaker for the title. Okay. They just announced last night on Raw that Brooklyn will be descending into the upside down. Stranger Things will be a major theme of the event. I'm all hyped.
Sounds like your night.
And then they gave me Becky Lynch and Maxine Dupree for the IC title.
They're running it back. Yo, you're lit right now.
No.
Cherry on top.
Terry in the garbage.
What a delicious Sunday.
What? Yeah, a shit sandwich is what they gave me. They did all that. Rhea and Io and the Kabuki Warriors. Awesome. Breaker and Punk, right? Maxine and Becky. What? What? No. Stranger Things. They just slid that bitch in there, god damn it.
Oh, man.
I know exactly which match I'm taking a dump during.
Yeah, well, you're gonna miss greatness. So.
I'm gonna go get a $20 cup of greatness in the concession stand. That's what I'm gonna fucking do. Number 14, Braun Breaker pins CM Punk in War Games. I don't know if that's a great moment. And if I skipped ahead. Hold on a second. That was 14.
You fucked
Number
me up
7
on that one.
You know what? The ones that I passed by accident is better than what 14 is. So Brock Lesnar returns at SummerSlam, number 17. Oh, that pissed so many people off. I can almost still taste the tears to this day. Number 16, The Vision turns on Seth Rollins. A little preemptive, not exactly what they wanted to do.
They pulled the ripcord on it pretty quick.
But I got it so far. I'm liking how this whole thing is shaping out, man.
Yeah.
We'll see. Let them cook, as you said. Let them cook.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Number 15 happened while you were in my house. Tiffany Stratton cashes in the Money in the Bank to become world champion. How about that? Or WWE Women's Champion, I should say. Great moment. Great moment. Number 14, Braun Breaker pins CM Punk at War Games. Number 13, oh my God. Number 13, Naomi cashes in Money in the Bank to become world champion.
Let's go.
No!
Hey.
I didn't like the cash in at the time, but the character was starting to cook. It's unfortunate she got pregnant. We'll see what happens when she comes back. Number 12.
That's not unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. How is it not unfortunate? She's been waiting for 10 years to get over. She finally gets over.
She's been champion before.
Oh, they gave her the championship so that she can go to WrestleMania in Orlando, Florida as the champion. Dude, stop playing with me. No.
Congratulations. Like, don't listen to this. Don't listen to this.
Absolutely not. She got hit with the parasite. She's on injured reserve.
Man,
she's on the bench. She's on the bench.
Crazy work.
And the fucked up part is the person that injured her just won the tag titles. Talk about getting a reward. All right, whatever.
He's up now. Look at
that. Number 12, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn at the Elimination Chamber. Now, knowing what we know, the fact that match took place is a thing of beauty. It's not going to be Kevin's last match, but on the off chance that it was, I think that's the way that he would have wanted to go. Number 11, Liv Morgan returning at Survivor Series, which I thought was pretty cool. That was a big moment. And they have that one just outside the top 10. Top 10! Number 10, The Rock and Roman Reigns at Raw on Netflix debut. I guess they're considering it a moment because it was an actual physical passing of the torch with the Ula Fala and all that stuff, giving it to Roman Reigns, which is hilarious when you think about it, because more Rock arrogance, right? To give him the Ula Fala at the end of his run, as opposed to giving him the Ula Fala somewhere in the middle where he was really starting to cook.
Nah, I think this is fine. He earned it, man. These guys are about earning shit.
Yeah, well, he did earn that. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Number 9, Damian Priest launches Finn Balor off of railings through table. I don't have a problem with the match or the moment. Too high. Way too high. I actually would move this down. I'd slide The Rock up. I'd put Liv Morgan in the top 10, and that's coming from me. But that moment...
Yeah, that's a little high.
It's a little high.
Yeah, it's a little high.
Number 8, John Cena's farewell, which we're going to talk
as a whole? It's crazy.
And I don't know if it's doing it as a whole. I think it probably just means that last match. Because the picture they use is the one in the DC
that's
arena.
Fair.
So maybe just that one moment. We'll get more in depth on that.
All right, let's see what's ahead of it. Because
Number 7, Rhea Ripley reclaims the women's championship at Raw on the Netflix debut. I think they're considering that a moment not just for the win back because that was huge for her. She was doing that big comeback deal, but then to have the Undertaker and her at the end with the whole the American Badass and the Eradicator all on stage at the same time. If Rhea would have had a dick, it would have been rock hard. Standing there with her, she was probably wet as fuck. Then, if I guess would that be the equivalent?
Jesus Christ, where are we going with this?
I don't know. We're going with excitement, right?
Fair enough.
Number 6, Seth Rollins aligns with Paul Heyman at WrestleMania. That was huge. That I'm not gonna front. Seth Rollins aligning with Paul Heyman at WrestleMania. Well executed. Yeah. That finish was intricate. They planned that one out. They had to really sequence it and then okay, so like we're all gonna be down, right? And then Punk, and then Heyman's gonna like lean over to Punk, and you can do it, and then he's gonna fuck Punk, and Roman's gonna be like, I knew he was gonna be on my side. He's the best, ha ha ha. And then he's gonna fuck Roman, and he's like, oh my god, Seth's gonna be like, oh my Jesus, it's gonna be cool. And yeah, no, that was a pretty cool moment. I gave it to them. No, I gotta lie, that's pretty good. Number 5, AJ Lee and her abs returns.
No, for what it's worth, I know that wasn't for me because I'm not them. But that
you didn't
if I can be objective, I don't know why people did, but look at the guy right behind him in the ref. That right there, that right there is exactly what the whole stadium was like. That guy right there with the ref. That explains. I know people on here can't see it because we have the picture up. But if you go take a look at the list,
I'm going to share it real quick and just
go to the list. Number 5, they show AJ Lee, and right behind her,
right here, I'm showing you now.
Right I see it. That guy right there is exactly what the whole building. So I'm okay with this because I can accept that it wasn't for me. Like I wasn't a part of the ride.
You'll concede that much. You'll concede that much.
But that guy right there is going to completely give you a visual of what the entire world was like at this moment when it happened. Even the fact they knew it was coming, it was really obvious. But the fact that it actually happened, that was it. Right
crazy. Yeah. Crazy.
I'll concede.
Number 4, Jey Uso defeats Gunther to become world champion.
This is big, man.
It's big, but you know what? Now that we're at the end of the year, this is becoming a lot more controversial than it was when it happened. Just based on how his career has gone since the win. Even last night, winning the tag team titles, he's just all over the map. It's such a weird placement for him, and he's still being put in main event situations despite the tag team. So what are they doing with Jey? I have no idea at this point. I don't know. We'll see. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna make a Street Fighter joke, but never mind. I was gonna say it's ironic that Roman is playing Akuma in this Street Fighter movie, but he kind of low key looks like Akuma in that picture. But again, no image. Like it was a poor joke. It's fine. Let's move on.
It was a number 3. John Cena wins his 17th championship. The never seen 17, baby.
I want to see what's 2 and 1 because I haven't looked all the way down as we were going over it. Like I realized you were doing. I just want to kind of see as we go. To me, this is a number 1. So I'm curious on what the last 2 are. This should have been number 1. Nothing should be bigger than this year.
The 17th world title?
Yes.
Well, the number 2 one has me depressed.
I'm scrolling.
Seth Rollins cashes in Money in the Bank to become world champion.
Unironically, you know what? You might be right. Because Cena's the never seen 17. But Seth is the turn you will never see, even though you were right there.
Fuck off. That was brilliant. That's why I hate it.
Just because you're trying to beat traffic, you could have witnessed with your own eyes number 2 top. We should, you know what? I changed my mind. We should make this number 1. So you can feel worse about yourself.
I was trying to get on the train, man. I was trying to get on the train. And I'll never, and you know what's funny?
You couldn't get on the train. That's
I
what's
think
even funnier.
I
They made you wait.
Yeah, they put us on the bus. And it happened. I think I explained it on the show. It happened like a wrestling interview. You know when the two people are in the ring arguing, and then the music hits and they stop arguing and they make a facial expression to sell it, and then they look back to see who's coming out. I did that. I'm arguing with this guy. I'm trying to get on this train. And he's going back and forth with me. And I'm hearing the screaming crowd, Punk's music. He won the world title. I'm arguing with this fucking guy. And while I'm arguing, I sold it like I would if I was in the ring. That was the loudest, most guttural from the depths of my soul, the loudest fuck I've ever screamed. I just screamed it out, and my wife just went, "Oh fuck!" And then we get on the bus, and you can still hear it, and I can't see the screen, so I immediately turned on my Peacock app so I could watch it on, or not? Yeah, it was Peacock at the time. Peacock app, and I'm the only one on the bus with the Peacock app, and he cashed it in the whole bus. Everyone went like this because everyone on the bus missed it. I wasn't alone. I wasn't the only motherfucker that left the building. There's a bus full of people.
In my story, you are.
And I'm all looking at my phone going, we fucking missed it. Whole train ride. I wouldn't let Lily and Steph like live it down. And it wasn't their fault. I wasn't blaming them for it. I was just pissed that I did that. But yes, that's number 2. And number 1, John Cena turns heel. That was the number 1. And for the record, it would have been hard to have knocked that out the top spot, regardless of how you feel about how it went. We'll discuss that in a second.
And that's what I'm trying to be objective in this moment, because
you can't lie and say that in that moment it wasn't exactly what they thought it was going to be, which was everyone talked about it. It was a phenomenal.
Well, here's my contest, because
doth thou protest?
Yes.
Thou doth protest?
I can't. You're right. This is okay between the two.
In a bubble, if you just.
But my thing is, I remember the whole he's not gonna win the 17. He doesn't want it, like all that conversation, and the whole time I'm like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. And that, to me, I think the 17 was dope. It went on the entire time. Even right now, like if you look at who that never seen 17 is gonna live for all in my brain right now forever.
Right.
Because we don't have title changes that often to be able to catch that in a career. Like so for the cast line to be never seen 17, it's like, yes, no one has seen it before, but again, it's like no one's gonna see it again. So to me, like he didn't really want it. Like the whole thing together was to me is what's awesome about it. But if we're talking about the initial moment, then yes, this one was bigger than that.
I'll also throw a little fun fact out there for everybody who may not know. 17 world titles. The last one was the only one he ever won when he was a heel.
That's another thing too.
He was never a heel any other time that he won those world titles. So the 17th title was the only heel title he had ever really won. So that concludes our list for the top 25 moments, but it does transition us into another conversation that we have to have. This is it. This is the one that we've been talking about. We're going to end the year strong. John Cena's farewell tour. How did it go? Let's talk about it.
It is now time for the main event of the evening.
John Cena ended his long, illustrious career 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I don't know. It's been a long time. The never seen 17 said goodbye, going out on his back and tapping out. Yeah, boy. A smile of relief that the run was over. Yeah, word. This is somebody else's.
I've quit many a job. I know what that fucking smile looks like, dude. Fuck this place.
So he's fucking out of here. He's gone. He's done. But the conversation has been had on many platforms about the actual farewell tour itself. From beginning to end, was it a failure? Was it a success? Did they do it right? Was he robbed? And I guess the first question that we need to answer is, what is success? Right? A lot of people are saying, well, they totally fumbled his entire retirement tour. And then there's another group of people saying, well, at the very least, we got some great moments out of it. What would have been success? What would have been the one thing where everyone would have just collectively been like, that's how you send the guy off for a full year? What is he supposed to just beat everybody? Go completely undefeated from January to December, and then at the end he wins again, and at the end he just goes, all right, guys, that's it. Thank you very much. They can't say he didn't put over young talent. He put over young talent. They can't say they didn't put him against his old rivals. They put him against old rivals. Sprinkle a little bit of this, sprinkle a little bit of that.
Some new guys, people that I feel like some of the matches he just wanted to work with some of these people, because I saw a lot more repeats of people he fought than I remember. He fought Cody almost 4 or 5 times, whether it be in tag team. I think he actually has 3 single matches with him. 1, 2, there was a tag. It was 3 or 4 times he actually fought Cody. So that when I saw that, when I was doing the recap and stuff like that, I was looking at him you know what? I feel like that was his own little way of fitting in some of the repeats and stuff that happened. Was he was also trying to tell stories within this very short window of time. So he was doing a bunch of checks. And if we're looking at it as a whole in hindsight, I do believe, to answer your question, there's 3. There's 3. I don't know why I'm saying 3, but there's a couple of buckets of people. Your sarcastic comment, yes. Yes, people would have loved that. To some people, that would have been the great sign-off. To me, go full hill all the way, be a douche, walk away, set the belt on fire, and walk out the ring. That would have been dope to see.
The last real champion.
That would have been fantastic to see. Or just come back, do not the heel thing, just do the face all the way through, get the celebration, get the love, get to the end. And then even that ends too. Damn it, why do I keep throwing in a 3? That ends up 2 different ways, where it's where he's either looking at the lights, that discussion we had about looking up at the lights, or actually winning and bowing out with a victory. I think all those things exist. I think there's a person for every single one of those beginning and ends. But I already said where I stand. I really would have thought he would have been cool to see him go all the way heel. But at the end of the day, watching a lot of those clips back to back in succession, I think at the end of the day, the true winner here is Cena. And I feel like he had complete control over what he wanted to do here. He tried something. The switch back from heel over back to a face was so abrupt and quick that you almost, without the promos, you cannot tell at all, almost at all. The only difference is he stopped hitting people with belts and doing low blows. That's when you kind of see the transition. But other than that, besides that, the match he didn't really give you, you couldn't really tell. So I think he just got a chance to try some things, do some things, run some storylines, wrestle with people he loved, wrestle with new people, try to give the rub to people. He did a lot in this very fucking small window of time. I think it was
36 dates.
I think it was a success.
I'm going to give a little bit of pushback, a little bit, on he had creative control on, because there's a lot of people who are like, well, the tour went exactly the way that he wanted it to go. I'm starting that. I'm not saying that you're saying that. I'm saying that there's people out there that are under the assumption. The response to a lot of people is, you guys are acting like he didn't want this. They're doing it because they want him, because he wants to do it. No, I don't think that happened a lot, actually. He did an interview with Cody Rhodes on What Do You Want to Talk About podcast, and he was talking like somebody who no longer really gives a shit about what the company's, he's not under the same microscope as before. He still has a contract with WWE, but he was saying, like, for instance, about the heel turn, he didn't think there was enough time to do a heel turn, according to him. He wasn't entirely sold on that idea. It doesn't look like. And then when it fell apart almost immediately because of the absence of certain people, then it became an albatross that he was trying to make work. So, as an example, and we'll get into that just very briefly, but let's pull this list up. What I decided to do to illustrate a point about how the farewell tour actually went, because it's in a vacuum. It's like picking parts of a movie without remembering those last few parts. If you watch all those movies in a row, you get a different perspective, right? So the farewell tour began on February 1st. And I'm not going to do Raw appearances, SmackDown appearances. I'm just doing the matches that he had, including some of the Saturday Night main events. I'm not entirely sure that he had. Yeah, he had a SmackDown. He had a SmackDown here, a Raw there. So just the matches to kind of give you an idea of story and where it was going. February 1st, Royal Rumble, the farewell tour begins. He's number 23, came out to the GOAT number, of course, number 23. He's the runner-up at the Royal Rumble to Jey Uso, who would eventually go on to WrestleMania to become champion. That first match right there, to me, set the tone. I was in love with the idea of him being the guy who did the favor to the next guy. I liked it. I also love that it made my wife embarrass herself in Joe Pombo's house because she got extremely nervous that was going to go a different way. Now, mind you, he didn't win the Rumble, and he still went to WrestleMania to face the champion. So how about that? Elimination Chamber, March 1st. We all know how that went down. CM Punk, Rollins, McIntyre, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, and John Cena. That was the night of the Elimination Chamber and the heel turn. Now, the people in question that was missing from the heel turn was The Rock and Travis Scott. Apparently, there was a whole plan, a whole idea for a bunch of shit that was supposed to happen. After that, zero follow-up, and it all cascaded down from Travis Scott. Apparently, Travis Scott did some no-showing, no-call, no-shows. He just wasn't appearing to certain places and certain meetings and being a part of the process, so they nixed it. They nixed him, they nixed The Rock, but they didn't nix the heel turn, so here we are. We're stuck here trying to make it work. For those of you who were like, oh, the heel turn failed. It failed immediately if you listen to the people behind the scenes, because what ended up happening wasn't the plan. Which takes me to April 20th, WrestleMania 41. It sucks to know that the last WrestleMania John Cena is going to be a part of was as a heel that he didn't want to be a part of. I don't think anybody wanted that. The match reflected the heel turn, so it was a whole lot of nothing. People walked away from that. It's the worst WrestleMania main event of all time, and all kinds of garbage that came from that.
That's a little extreme. I wouldn't say that.
Extremely extreme. There's been some bad WrestleMania.
I just mean for Cena like himself. Like I don't remember that match in hindsight going, oh, that shit was garbage. I don't remember that.
But we're in the midst of the heel turn here with the Elimination Chamber, with that heel turn now being fresh. WrestleMania 41. You kind of knew at the start of the farewell tour that Cena and Cody had to collide at some point, because you knew they were going to put John in the main event scene for the farewell tour. That just makes the most sense. It's the farewell tour for one of the biggest main event draws they've ever had. So this was we're already in April, but it's still only 3 matches. This is April. And by this match, people are already calling this farewell tour a failure. The match that was right after this, May 10th, Backlash, Randy Orton. So now this is them putting him in familiar territory, right? An old rival. They actually both got a kick out of the fact that it's the first time that they wrestled each other in WWE with it reversed, where Randy was the babyface and John was the heel. And they had to have a different match. We actually did a watch-along to prepare for that Backlash match, by the way. That's on the YouTube channel, folks.
Spoiler alert, I was not impressed.
Yeah. He said, do not like. May, we're still in May. 2 matches in the month of May, 24th. Saturday night's main event against R-Truth. That's the one, right? That's the one where it's like, okay, if he had any creative control, some of it was used here, right? They gave Ron Cena and John Cena the dream match that everyone's been wanting to see. Here in this situation where John and R-Truth still in the heel situation here. This we'll get to it now. June 7th, Money in the Bank, the tag team match. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. It's John Cena and Logan Paul, I believe, was his tag team partner. And now we're starting to hear it. Now it's June. Now we're halfway done. The criticisms is coming out. This is a failure. This is a bomb. They're fumbling. This is crazy. And I have a memory of still defending it. I'm still defending it because I'm looking at the results of this, right? He's in there with Cody. He's in there with Randy Orton. He's in there with R-Truth. These are guys that are in the Cena-verse in some way. There's nothing really crazy here. We get to June 20th, another match with R-Truth. 2 R-Truth matches on the goddamn farewell tour. Tell me, Jesus Christ, that this is not a thing, right? This time, R-Truth won the match by DQ. Night of Champions. This is the Saudi Arabia match with Punk. Now, for everybody that was killing CM Punk for going to Saudi Arabia after everything that he had said, look at the list, and this is why. You got to get in where you fit in. They had some sort of an outline and only but so many opportunities. Punk wanted to get a match with John so bad. He was willing to eat the PR bullshit to go to Saudi Arabia. And here it is. He even gave Saudi Arabia the Punk Life promo. All right, where they turned it around, flipped it around. They did it with Randy. John and Randy did a flip, and then Punk and Cena did a flip where Cena gave Punk a pipe bomb promo. This right here, the Money in the Bank tag match into the Night of Champions with Punk, not for nothing. I know that people were hating on the heel stuff before. For me, the promo started to click. He was getting away a little bit from when he started as a heel. I felt like he was going too hard. He was trying, hate me, please. I'll say whatever. He's insulting kids. He's insulting audiences back and forth. Here, his heel turn, to me, in my opinion, started hitting a little better because now he stopped focusing on the audience and started focusing on the talent. Now he's being a heel toward the guys, right? We had made the comment when we talked about Saturday night's main event with Joe that the promos he was cutting as a heel, it was a weird time to cut those promos because he was cutting them to an audience that didn't deserve them. 20 years ago, the audience needed to hear that. The adults in the room now were the kids that backed you. What are you mad at me for? I didn't do shit to you. I've been on your bandwagon this whole time. So after Logan Paul, after that situation, he started cutting more promos toward the talent as opposed to the audiences. And I felt like the heel thing really started to get a little bit more tolerable. And then he immediately banned it because as soon as it clicked in the heads, it changed to something else. And it became, he got away from it completely. He just cut one promo where he shifted from heel to babyface. And then that takes us to SummerSlam August 3rd against Cody Rhodes in a one-on-one bout. That's when the quote-unquote real retirement run began for people, when he turned back to being a babyface and he was doing all of his old tricks and all the stuff he used to get shit on before for doing all the time, including changing up the colors of his shirt, which he did every appearance on this one. He OD'd on every color he could possibly think of here. He rainbowed out, and they all loved him for it. This was the wrong time for it. That's all it was. It was the wrong time. That's the only reason why the heel run, in my opinion, didn't work. It was the wrong audience. These adults were the kids that loved him. They didn't want him to be a heel. And they learned that, and they got over it and said, fuck it. They immediately followed SummerSlam with a SmackDown tag team match. I This is him as a babyface now. Is that him and Cody against McIntyre and Logan Paul? I can't remember. It doesn't list here who his partner was. Then the Clash of Paris match against Logan Paul, which people killed. I loved. I don't remember where you were on that. I loved the fact that John was giving this guy a pay-per-view title match just for the experience, just for Logan Paul to get in there with the guy and get that pacing, get that training. SmackDown, where they turned the tables September 5th against Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn issuing an U.S. Open challenge against John Cena with that dope match. No contest because of the Brock Lesnar interference, which leads to WrestlePalooza. And the one match, even I can't defend. I have no idea why the fuck they did this, but John Cena explained it. Oh, we needed to build Lesnar back up so that he could just. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You really didn't. You didn't. You can continue to say that you didn't. You didn't.
It worked. Like in a sense, it worked. Like I'm not to say that he needed it.
Yeah.
But it did get people talking.
Right. It did get people talking about him.
It did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, they got people talking. Yeah, they did. Then that leads me to October 11th, the Crown Jewel match with AJ Styles, which is the match that I think if people would have had it their way, that the way that match went, that would have been the final match. Just that whole tit for tat, the tribute style that they had, where they were doing each other's moves and they were doing other people's moves, and it was the backyard wrestling match where they just kept doing whatever it was they wanted to do to each other. Like if people, I think in my heart,
I wonder if that was like the gimmick behind it for them. Because like AJ, not that, yeah, because like AJ's like where he came from to go there or whatever. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah. The face that runs the place. No. And then November 10th on Raw, Dominic Mysterio 1-on-1. John takes the Intercontinental Championship. The next week on Raw, as the Intercontinental Champion, he does the 6-man. It's his final match on Raw. Obviously, Survivor Series, he does the job to Dominic Mysterio. Dominic wins the belt back. And, of course, Saturday night's main event against Gunther in a loss. Of the whole run, let me see here. Technically, the Rumble was a loss, so that's 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 5-3, 5-4, 6-4, 7-4, no contest, 7-5, 8-5, 9-5, 10-5, 10-6, 10-7 is his record for the final tour. So he didn't Super Cena. He didn't go all the way through. He won 2 championships with him this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, not only did he get 17, not only did he give the Intercontinental title
for the Grand Slam. For the Grand Slam.
Right, but it also, to me, like we go back to some of the old conversations we've had. One of my biggest gripes that nothing else mattered but the big titles. And then when it got merged, it got even worse because everything was just on Roman and it all was one thing. And my one thing is like, we need to start getting some more prestige back on these titles. And that's what they've done over time. Yeah. But this also gives it he actually gave that a little bump. I feel like he gave that title a rub as well. Not to say that the people before that he did it on his own, they were like Gunther, like the run that title had before it got here was good. Dominic's doing a fantastic job. But this actually gave that rub. And then also for him to have his last match on a Saturday night main event and not WrestleMania, like on a Saturday, gives that show more prestige. Like John Cena's final match was on one of their newest programs.
Well, that was another thing. That was the last Saturday night's main event. I didn't know this at the time, but apparently that was the last Saturday night's main event that's going to air on Peacock. Their agreement comes to an end, and that was the last show. So for their last show with NBC, they gave them John Cena.
And I'm assuming they're going to move the package somewhere else.
Well, according to this, the next time that they are going to do Saturday night's main event. It's going to be January 24th. It's going to be in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, at the Bell Center.
On
Does not say, actually. Let me see. Nope. It doesn't say. Oh, it does say it will be. So then why did they announce it as a farewell thing? All right. Maybe
Peacock?
it's on Wikipedia. This is Wikipedia, but it says that it's going to be on Peacock. But they announced after
Maybe
the
they just
Cena
didn't
match
update it or whatever.
it might
Who
not
knows?
have. Yeah.
Who knows? But at the end of the day, let's just say that they are selling the package somewhere else. What better way to sell it than selling you a package where Cena's final? You know what I mean? Like the prestige he just gave that event.
Great. Yeah.
He gave how many wrestlers gave an event the rub? Because that's what he just did. Like, he gave one of the programs a rub. Like that's I don't know. I understand what you're saying. I know we just walked down it. Things happen, but again, I mean that's just a comment to this man's whole career, right? Like
Yeah.
he has every let's say it went exactly the way you said, where things were getting fucked up. He was being forced to make pivots. He's being forced to do something he really doesn't want to do. Is that not John Cena in a nutshell? Like, Mr. Get It Done no matter what. Like, follow through. I'm not saying he didn't complain. I don't know that to be true or not. But there's nothing for me to say that he did do that. And he did nothing but try to fully commit. And with that narrative that you are saying, if it is indeed true, you can tell the moment he made that little quick segment where what was the joke where he made a segment? It was like, it was someone else who did it, not him. I forget what it was, but I remember watching it and I'm like, wait, is that it? Like, is he a face again? Like, is that are we the good guys now? And it really you kind of like feel that transition. Like he felt like he was back. Like, all right, let's finish this strong at least. You know what I mean? Like you can feel it in the program that he was doing. So I don't know. I think it was a success to answer your question at the top. Again, we'll see what he does now because he's not gone. He's just not wrestling anything.
Yeah. And he just signed a 5-year deal to be an ambassador, which means he'll be making appearances under the WWE umbrella. But the question I asked at the beginning, what is success? And the reason why I asked it and then followed it with the schedule is because there isn't a definition for it. It's all subjective, right? So for John, I'm sure there's a strict definition because your level of success is based on what it is that you're trying to accomplish. I can't imagine that John Cena has something left on the table that he didn't accomplish. In his mind, I'm sure that this run was a success. And to add to not only what he was able to achieve, but to your point, what better way to end his career than in a shit show clusterfuck like situation and doing what he always says. Every interview you ever hear John Cena, excuse me, where he says that one of the biggest aspects of his career was made him the most success is that he would take whatever it is that they gave him and tried to make this shit work. Mm-hmm. Did it work every time? No. Mm-mm. Sometimes it doesn't work. But the attempt is what makes it the most important. Take what they give you, try to make this shit work. And that's what he did. That's what he did this entire run. So if you're looking into the spirit of John Cena, of what he's done in his career, to me, this lived up to all of that. Now, if you're the kid who grew up to become an adult and you look at this industry through the prism of where he's my hero and like John Wayne kind of situation where, you know, John Wayne never did a job for the Indians, you know what I'm saying? He walked off into the sunset and he was the man. If that's what you were looking for, like I said during the Christmas time, I can't fault you for that. I really can't. It is what it is. Childlike admiration, and I'm not saying that as a negative. You could be an adult and still have childlike admiration. But I'm going to base the level of success of this tour based on how John feels about it, and it looks like John's okay with it. So if John's okay with it, I'm okay with it. If you had different expectations, I'm not going to shit on you for it. I get it. I understand. We all want to see our heroes exist in a certain way. I get it. But this run right here, the 36 dates, the matches that we just ran down, that's the way that he wanted to go. That's the way that he wanted to go. And I didn't put the
Well,
banner
no,
up.
to your comment, even if it isn't the way he wanted it to go, the John Cena way that's the way it went. We did what we had to do to get it done.
Did what we had to
That's
do,
it.
Sam. That's
Whether
it.
he wants it or not, we made it work the best we could. That's it.
And I didn't put the banner up again. This is what I meant earlier when I were off the air and I said to whatchamacallit, to stay on the ball. This is what I was talking about. Because we get
You
so
fell
into
off the
talking that
ball.
I forget. I fell off the ball. It's a good thing I have the segment clips in here to edit. So there we go. So, folks, thank you so much for joining us for episode 336. I'm going to give everyone the heads up now. I have no idea what next week is going to look like. I don't know if I could find that. We still have to figure out airplane times and stuff, but if it just so happens that I'm available to record during the time in which we normally would, we'll make it happen. If not, we'll figure something out. I'll probably record something from Puerto Rico. I don't know. I'm hearing the time change now, so I'm like, God damn it. That's going to affect shit. So we'll see. So as of right now, we're recording this on December 30th, which means tomorrow night, when this airs, will be New Year's Eve. So I bought this, so I want to use it. Bam! Here we go, baby.
Oh my god!
Here we go. Let's do
Those
it.
things aren't out of style yet. They are. Spoiler alert! They are.
Yeah. They're trying to make it a thing still. This worked a lot better when the middles were O's or zeros.
Yeah, I bet.
They're making.
I
this
want to see
happen.
the ones with the ones. What they
Oh,
do?
yeah.
What they do?
And
10
when we get to 21 something or 2112, this is gonna. I'll never see it, but
I'm sure. I'm calling it. I bet it's ass.
Yeah. Or maybe they'll just space it out. It'll just be 21 over here and then another number over here. I don't know. It's gonna be weird. It is gonna be weird. So anyway, I got the glasses on, folks. Enjoy your New Year's 2026. We're coming in hot. Okay, we're coming in hot. I special shout out to Mr. James Bukakis. James is the individual who created my original logo. It's up there in the top right corner. He also was the one who created the comic book cover picture that I have that I use in all of my promotional materials. He stopped doing commission work several years ago because he opened up this really cool tattoo shop down where he lives in Florida, which I will be plugging on the very next show because it's coming out of retirement to hook us up with some brand new looks. I had to go back to the original guy, man. I tried some other people. They just let me down. So here it is. It's happening. We're going to have ourselves a whole new look, a whole new vibe in 2026. 2026. It's going to happen. I said sextant because we were playing some game yesterday and that word came up as a explorer's tool or something like that. Sextant. So anyway, so yeah, lots of fun, and we'll see you guys. Hopefully we'll see you next week. If not, we'll get to it. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for downloading. Thank you guys for sharing, and of course, thank you guys for enjoying episode 336.
Mic drop. Wait a minute. This is too much. Cooking it like a pro. Wrap it up, everybody. Show's over.